Welcome, friends. My name is Avinash Gorakshakar, and I welcome all of you again to another interesting episode of Konexio HighFlyers. Friends, as all of you are aware, we introduce emerging companies from emerging sectors, and we make it a point to talk to the promoters and the top managements of such companies. And all these interviews help us understand these companies in a much better way as to what is the company's business model, the growth journey of the company, the growth aspirations of the promoters, and in this process, a lot of valuable information is shared by the promoters and the top management with us. And friends, today we've got another interesting company which is going to go public very soon. The company's name is Speciality Medicines Limited. And I have the privilege of having Mr. Parth Goyani, who's the chairman and managing director. Parji, welcome to the show, and thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us today.
Good evening and thank you very much.
So, Parji, first question, which is very elementary, I think if you could just tell us, in a very broad and a simple way, that what is the business model of our company, and what is the positioning of our company in the domestic and export market, and most importantly, sir, एक related question है कि सर हमने ये business journey कैसे शुरू की? Is it a first generation company or was it started by your father and then you took it over? If you could please share your thoughts.
So basically, this is the first generation company. Me and my real brother Sumit Goyani, we two are director promoter of Speciality Medicines Limited. I'm coming from pharma background. I completed my master degree in 2013 from LM College of Pharmacy, Ahmedabad. And we have started one retail store in Ahmedabad itself. And then we grown to wholesalers. We have started export in 2019. We have shifted to Mumbai in 2021 with the company name Specialty Medicines Limited. So this is very short one-liner journey. In specialty medicines, we are having three verticals in business. First is local distribution. We are authorized distributors for some companies, distributing medicines to Mumbai hospitals, as well as we are doing trading in all over India, covering more or less 20 states now. The second vertical is unregistered export. Most of the revenue of the company currently is coming from this vertical. And the third vertical is registration of medicines with our brand name in overseas market. The revenue of this vertical will start now onwards. I'll give you more information later on if you have the question, or I'll add this information in between.
Okay. So fine. So basically, in fact, Parji, tell me one thing that in terms of the customer base, can I safely assume that all our customers are basically B2B customers?
Yes, all our customers, even domestic and export. In both of the cases, all the customer will be B2B. We are not serving generally to B2C.
Okay. And within the medicine portfolio, Parji, if you could tell us, what are the specific categories? Like कौन से categories में हम लोग actually काम करते हैं? Like within the pharma basket, what are the categories? If you could tell us some generic names, where the company is operating. Like मोटा मोटी सर हमारे SKUs भी कितने होंगे? वो अब जरा बताइए.
Okay. So मोटा मोटी अभी 1000 के आसपास SKUs हम ट्रेड कर रहे हैं domestically and in export also. Basically, the basket of specialty medicines covers oncology medicines, biosimilars, nephrology medicines, gynecology medicines. Basically, in short, we are covering chronic disease medicine, higher end products, and not going into the super generic or generic market where throat cutting competition are there. Here we do have very good collaborative supports of the manufacturer, which been developed by me and my team since 5 years. And due to these collaborations, we are placing ourselves in the export market as a specialty medicines. The name itself suggests this. And likewise, our basket also comprises of specialty care medicines.
ठीक है. Paji, now tell me one thing. Another, information which we found in the company's prospectus. We found that a large percentage of revenue comes from Gujarat. सर ये गुजरात में रीजन क्या है कि यहाँ से ज्यादा रेवेन्यू आ रहा है? आगे चल के आप बता रहे थे कि एक्सपोर्ट भी हम लोग शुरू करेंगे, तो सर थोड़ा सा बताइए व्हाट इज द मेन रीजन, एंड आगे एक्सपोर्ट्स में क्या स्ट्रेटेजी है? इफ यू कुड टेल अस something which you mentioned in your initial inaugural address, that what exactly you're planning to do. Sir, if you could tell something on that also.
Sure. So, on a revenue side, 70% revenue is still coming from the export business. Out of that 30% revenue of local distribution, we do have maximum clients in Gujarat. As I'm coming from Gujarat, born and brought up in Gujarat, and started my pharmaceutical journey in Gujarat. We do have very good clienteles here, which are giving us medicines as well as buying from us too. And that's why domestic Gujarat revenue is on a higher side comparing to the Maharashtra from where we are transacting. We do have very good connections there, and that's why good clientele there in Gujarat. But on a revenue side, still out of total revenue, 70% is from export.
Okay. Acha, now for the export business, Parji, tell me one thing, that are these directly to the companies or is it to the distributor? If distributor takes it to the final, customer, how does the business model work for exports?
Okay, so we do have both type of clienteles. Some are called as importers who just import, and distributors distribute to the sub distributors operating in their country. And some are direct
Okay.
distributors. We are transacting to B2C there. As example, some hospitals,
Okay.
some government organizations, some individual importers, small companies who are acting as a importer to be distributed to the customer directly. And in most of the cases, we do have pure importers who are giving to the distributors, and then the cycle follows.
Okay. Understood. Acha, Parji, now again related to the export market, do you require any special license or any regulatory approval before you export these products to the importers or maybe to the hospitals, or the kind of customers outside India? तो कोई licenses या कोई regulatory requirements है हमारे business में?
Yes, as this medicine segment itself is a regulated segment, definitely we do have some process to export the medicines. First thing, the basic requirement to export from India is IC code and all. Everybody will know this. Other than this, we do need to have drug license, local drug license to sell the medicines. Other than this, on each and every shipment, each and every consignment, we need to take the permission from Indian customs, whatever the port we choose. As example, Mumbai Air Cargo, Ahmedabad Air Cargo, Nhava Sheva Seaport, whatever the port we choose. We need to give the documents to them and need to take the permission to export the medicines to the destination. They will definitely check what type of documents we do have, quality assurance is there, and other.
अच्छा, एक बात Parji, I wanted to understand. We have a very unique business model. We don't manufacture anything. We actually source the medicines and then we sell it to the customer. तो medicines में अगर कोई problem आ गया, मान के चलिए, तो then who's the party who's liable? Is it the manufacturer or is it our company? We wanted
No,
little clarity on that.
in a quality concerns, always the manufacturer will be liable, because we are not manufacturing. We don't know by what means they been manufactured, and we are selling finished pharmaceutical doses form only. So liability of any quality concerns will be on manufacturers, not on us.
Okay. No, understood. Thank you for that. Parji, one other thing which I think you mentioned initially when you spoke to us, you said that unregistered business. Now, if you could tell us what is the difference between registered business and unregistered business? और दूसरा सर हम देख रहे थे, I mean we are seeing that in your prospectus also, unregistered business is a large component of our business. So what is the specific reason for this?
Okay, so unregistered medicines, we do not need to register at the destination. They are buying with having some reasons. The first reason, the medicine shortage in particular country. Second reason, government is intent to buy the Indian medicines, which are always cheaper than the other world medicines. As you know, India is called the pharmacy of the world. We are manufacturing almost 40% of whole world's medicine, and that's why it's cheaper. Okay, so if government of destination countries intend to buy the Indian medicine, and the third, nobody is supplying the required molecule to the hospital or to the country, in these situations, we do have multiple requests from multiple countries. Now we are exporting to more than 40 countries now, and we are serving with their requirements. So their requirement will keep changing. Every month there will be a shortage of different kind of molecules, and we will supply with the different kind of medicines available in India. Okay.
Okay.
Now, registered is a very different concept where we choose the product first, we choose the country first, and with our brand name, we are providing dossiers. As example, RHP is the document to be submitted to exchange for my IPO or public process. Okay.
Yeah.
Likewise, we do have a document called dossier to be submitted to the destination country's ministry. They will analyze, they will ask the questions, they will create the queries. We need to answer them. Once they will satisfied with our processes, quality standards, and everything, they will allow us to market these products in their country.
Okay.
It is very long process, time consuming as well as money consuming process, and we are following this since 2023. We do have a pipeline of almost 164 products now. Out of these, 64 has been given, those are given to the ministries. We do have 8 approvals now, and we are going to start the business with registered molecules also.
Okay. Fine. Parji, tell me one thing in terms of profitability on a very approximate, मोटा मोटी basis. Sir, registered products में ज़्यादा margin है या unregistered products में?
रजिस्टर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स में ज़्यादा मार्जिन है, जहाँ पे ज़्यादा टाइम जाता है, ज़्यादा मनी इन्वॉल्वमेंट एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट होता है, डेफिनेटली प्रॉफिट भी उसी तरीके का ज़्यादा होता है. और वहाँ पे सर्टेन बिजनेस होता है, सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ ऑर्डर्स होते हैं, एंड यू कैन प्लान योर फ्यूचर बिजनेस ऑन दैट रजिस्टर्ड प्रोडक्ट्स.
ओके, ओके, ठीक है. अच्छा पाजी, वन अदर थिंग विच आई हैव सीन इन द प्रॉस्पेक्टस, वी वांट लिटिल क्लैरिटी कि सर हमारा जो बिजनेस है वो अभी फिलहाल तो 9-10 कस्टमर से ही मोटा मोटी हमारा ज्यादातर बिजनेस आ रहा है. तो अभी ये एक्सपोर्ट जब शुरू हो जाएंगे, जो आप बता रहे हैं नया जो वर्टिकल विल स्टार्ट जनरेटिंग रेवेन्यू, तो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड सर कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ डी रिस्किंग फ्रॉम ऑल दीज 8-10 कस्टमर्स, क्योंकि धंधा तो अच्छा बढ़ रहा है लेकिन इट इज अ कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड 8-10 कस्टमर अप्रोच, ऑलमोस्ट 70-80% 10 कस्टमर से आ रहा है. तो आगे ये बदलने की कोशिश करेंगे आप?
Yes, actually it's being changed now. What happens, these are the customers has been joined to us and started buying from us past 3, 4, 5 years. Okay, and that's why their revenues are very good. They are giving continuous orders. Now if I started working with one more partner now, their name will come to top 10 after 2 years, because this is the continuous process where they start increasing orders to us. Once they will see the service, what kind of products we can provide and what kind of services we can give, because most of the medicines comprises of cold storage medicines which we are trading. Okay, so always there is a concern to the buyer, how we are managing cold storage deliveries, and slowly steadily the business is increasing. Once the clientele of registered business will add, definitely this ratio will be changed.
Okay, no, understood. Sir, मेरे को बताइए on a very broader scale, since you have been in this market for a long time, अगले 3-5 साल what is the kind of outlook you can share with us in terms of the opportunity for growth for our company? कितना बड़ा मार्केट है और हम इसको कितना कैपिटलाइज करने की कोशिश करेंगे?
Okay, so the molecules we have chosen as a basket, as I told you, most of the molecules are comprising in specialty care medicines, and a very high opportunity is there compared to the generic market of general pharmaceutical goods. And we are projecting year on year basis, we will grow as we grown in past years.
Okay.
As clientele has been increased, we have started working in different areas. Now we are covering 4 continents out of 7. And when we will start adding more countries as a client or as a medicine suppliers, then definitely our growth is very certain. Very certain.
ठीक है. अच्छा, can you share with us some of the names of the export markets where we are exporting? पारजी, ये क्वेश्चन पूछने का मेरा रीजन एक है कि अभी जो जियोपॉलिटिकल सिचुएशन है, हमको पता है कि सर यूएस ईरान का वॉर शुरू हो चुका है. Is there any supply logistic problem which is faced by the company because of these developments?
Yes, there are. The answer of your first question is we are basically targeting Latin America and European Union. It's a very regulated market where we do have very high profitability compared to other regions like Africa and Southeast Asia. Though we are working there also, but concentration of working is in Latin America and European Union. If you will see the RHP again, almost 25-30% revenue coming from Latin America, and a similar kind of revenue is coming from European Union. Okay. Second question's answer is really critical situation because most of the cargoes are going by air cargo, and the airline we are choosing is coming from Gulf, like Qatar, Emirates, Turkish.
Yeah.
These all our airlines are covering all over the world from Gulf, and these are the agent to carry our cargo to the all over the world. Due to this Iran and US war, there is a disruption in cargo deliveries. We do have much more stock at our warehouse to be lifted and to be delivered at the destination, but due to very limited flights and limited connectivities, yes, we do have a problem, but I think so it will be sorted in a month or so, and we will do the regular business. Other than this, we are
Okay.
not much interested or much covering this GCC area as our export destinations. So on a revenue side, we do not have any problems.
Cool. Acha, Parth, tell me one thing that normally when you export the products to a export customer, overseas customer, sir, currency कैसे आप hedge करते हो? How is the currency factor, taken care of by you? Do you do any hedging for your products?
At present, we are not doing hedging with the banking partners or ourselves, but our pricing strategies are very unique. We are defining our pricing of the product where we do have a risk factor or risk margin of 4 or 5%. As example, currently
Okay.
USD is at 92. We are considering to have pricing at 90. So till the time it will come 90, we will reduce our rate to 88. Likewise, we are managing.
Okay. 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 Understood. Acha, Parth, now one more thing I wanted to understand. Of course, we are in the B2B business, as you mentioned. Sir, हमारा logo और brand अभी भी registered नहीं है. तो आगे चल के सर क्या strategy है? Are we planning to get it registered in the name of the company so that the brand and the visibility gets better as we go forward?
Correct. So at the time of DRSP filing, it was under process for registration. Recently, we do have a registration for our logo as well as our name with logo also. Okay.
Okay.
And other than this, whatever the brand we are exporting, we are going ahead for the brand registration, trademark registrations always. If you will read the RHP, we do have almost 9,900 products which are either registered or under registration with IPR.
ओके, अंडरस्टूड. अच्छा सर, मेरे को एक बात बताइए सर, हु आर द कंपेरेबल पेयर्स फॉर अस? हमारे धंधे में सर कंपेरेबल कौन प्लेयर होगा लिस्टेड अनलिस्टेड स्पेस में? डू वी हैव अ सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट ऑफ कंपटीशन और इज आवर बिजनेस लिटिल यूनिक? Very few players in this segment. If you could please tell us.
Yes, very few players are there. You can consider almost 2-3 companies are listed entities. Other than that, unlisted players are there. But the segment we chosen, nobody listed companies are doing this. They are there, like they are traders, and with collaboration with manufacturers, they are registering medicines in the different market and also listed. Okay, but the portfolio is very different than the peers already listed.
Okay. No, understood. Sir, Parth ji, अभी बताइए कि in our business, how do we differentiate and offer value to customers? As you rightly said, a lot of repeat business comes from your old customers. सर, हम वैल्यू एडिशन कस्टमर को कैसे देते हैं? हमारी प्राइसिंग अच्छी है, एग्जीक्यूशन अच्छा है, सर्विस अच्छा है. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू 2-3 क्वालिटेटिव पॉइंट्स इफ यू कैन शेयर फॉर अस as to how we are different and better than others in the market.
So the first thing we developed ourselves is the preservation of medicine. We do have a separate preservation area of 15-25 degree and 228 degree at our warehouse, and packaging strategy also been evolved by us. that can manage the temperature between 2 to 8 degree, which are a unique temperature for most of the medicines we are doing, and we are delivering with the same kind of temperatures during transit also. This is the first thing. The customers are giving orders repeatedly, because we do add the data loggers to check the temperature of transit also, and they are much satisfied with the service packaging we are doing. Secondly, the product we are doing are mostly very few generics are there, or innovators is only there. When we are giving them with the great rates, good rates, with good service and good packaging, they are keen to buy from us. So this makes a very much difference than the other players and to me.
ओके पाजी, टेल मी वन थिंग दैट ऑन अ एनुअल बेसिस, साल भर में हर साल आप कितने नए प्रोडक्ट्स ट्राई करते हो कि उसमें मार्केट में लॉन्च करने के लिए, क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली द वैरायटी एंड द डाइवर्सिटी ऑफ योर प्रोडक्ट रेंज इज आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ऑफ कोर्स प्रोडक्ट्स व्हिच आर हॉट सेलिंग वो तो आप बेचते ही हो, लेकिन एज अ स्ट्रेटेजी सर, नए नए प्रोडक्ट्स आप कितने मोटा मोटी हर साल लॉन्च करने की कोशिश करते हो?
So this is a very evolving subject. Like, we need to add the clienteles, we need to add countries, we need to add products too. And likewise, we have developed the strategy to add much more products, at least 8 to 10 new products every month, with 1 to 2 clients to be added in the company every month. And likewise, we are adding countries, companies, that means clienteles and medicines too. Otherwise, my growth will stuck at some point of time when I will restrict myself to add new countries and new products. That's why a clear strategy we do have, that whatever the medicines are coming in the market, coming in the generic market, we are trying to capture them. We are getting to get big, good rates, and we are supplying.
Okay. अच्छा पार्थ जी, नाउ टेल मी वन थिंग दैट नॉर्मली हमारे धंधे में जब हम मैन्युफैक्चर कुछ नहीं करते, हम एक्चुअली सोर्स करके बाद में उसको वी केटर इट टू द फाइनल कस्टमर. सर, हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज इन्वेंट्री प्लानिंग? लाइक इन्वेंट्री टाइम पे खरीदना, क्वांटिटी में लेना, प्राइसिंग में लेना, सर वो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे बिजनेस में?
Yes, correct. So we do have very much inventories in our warehouse. Due to your questions concern only, as these medicines having very few manufacturers among world, and sometimes it goes in shortage in India itself. So we are planning ourselves that we will be able to serve for a quarter, even if the medicine is not coming in the Indian market. Even we are doing contract manufacturing with the manufacturers and preserving it for the future purpose. And likewise, we are managing our inventories that will not become dead. At the same time, we will be able to serve for some certain period of time.
Okay. ठीक है. Sir, now let's come to the financial part. I was just seeing your financial numbers, sir. FY25 का तो नंबर बहुत अच्छा है. Almost 58 crores का top line from 27.5 crores. Sir, first of all, tell me, sir, what was the reason for this, sharp jump? In fact, almost double से ज़्यादा ये revenue growth हो चुका है. आपका profit भी बहुत अच्छा बढ़ा है. Sir, 8.6 crores from 2.93 crores. So, what were the reasons which actually resulted in a better top line and better profitability for you? First, please tell us what were the main reasons, sir.
Okay. So in 24, we were working in 12 countries. In now, we are working almost 40 countries. At that time, our clientele was around 32 people among that countries. 11, 12 countries. Now we do have clientele of 150. We have expanded our team in sense of marketing, in sense of business development. At the same time, we have expanded our team into regulatory also, and these teams are making us to give the confidence that we are giving much more, and we can satisfy the customer with their need. Likewise, we have started adding the countries. The business started coming to us, and that's why we do have very good revenue jump as well as profitability jump. The profitability jump is, I think, in line with the revenue jump. If you will consider the percentage of 28 crores versus profit and 58 crores with the profit, it's almost similar.
तो फाइन पार्थ जी मेरे को बताइए फर्स्ट हाफ आल्सो हैज बीन वेरी गुड इनफैक्ट व्हाटएवर रिपोर्टेड डेटा इज देयर इन द प्रोस्पेक्टस वी हैव सीन रेवेन्यूज गोइंग अप टू ऑलमोस्ट 36.70 crores पैट इज 6 crores सर अभी तो हम लोग मार्च में है सर मोटा मोटी विदाउट गिविंग अ नंबर पार्थ जी इफ यू कुड टेल अस हाउ इज FY26 दैट इज March 26 गोइंग टू एंड विल इट बी सिग्निफिकेंटली बेटर एज कंपेयर्ड टू लास्ट ईयर नंबर मत
Yes.
बताइए जस्ट टेल अस
Yeah,
द
yeah.
आउटलुक
It's very significant jump in the revenue as well as profit side, and we are going to achieve much more than whatever the data we will present after 12 days or maybe in first week of April after
ओके
auditing the final year.
ओके अच्छा सर पार्थ जी मेरे को बताइए हमारा धंधा ऑर्डर बुक ड्रिवन है मैं सोचना चाहता था कि सर कैसे धंधा हाउ डू यू प्लान योर यू नो procurement and your revenue kind of targets is it order book driven or is it like orders keep rolling from your existing and new clients सर इसके बारे में बताइए
Okay, so basically, orders keep rolling always from the existing and new clients. There is a team who is keep searching for the client, and there is a team who is managing the current orders and flows. We do have very good departmental persons. As the order coming, purchase will start procuring, warehouse will check the quality and damage and everything. They will preserve the stock. Logistic will start doing packaging, and likewise it will be shifted to export. Okay, so very good flow we have created, and in each point of flow we do have persons to take care of their responsibilities. So this is a
okay
strategy of rolling out the orders, and we are doing good.
okay understood Paji, tell me now something about the company's IPO. I think it is a big achievement for you and your team. Sir,
Thank you.
please accept my best wishes again. Now tell me, sir, what is the main objective of raising this money? ये पैसा हम कहाँ पे utilize करेंगे?
Okay, so first objective is to set up one R&D center at Vapi. We already procured the land. With the IPO fund, we will do setup of R&D center there. What the challenge we are facing currently is either the desired product which we chosen, either manufacturer has or has not. If have, but they are not giving us because they are keen to do the market themselves, rather collaborating with me. But if there will be a center, R&D center there, we will develop our product ourselves, which will a desirement of our team, and then we can go to any manufacturer to do contract manufacturing with the developed product. So this is the best
Okay,
idea we came across, that if we do have R&D center, it will be good for us. The
okay,
second thing we will use as almost 8 crore as a working capital. Our business is working capital driven business, and that's why uh, we will use that 8 crore in working capital. 2 crore
okay,
almost will be going to the marketing side. We are doing exhibitions routinely, frequently, and continuously. We will use that money. Around 165 lakh, that means 1.65 crores will be going to the registration business, and
okay,
likewise.
okay. अच्छा पाज जी टेल मी वन थिंग दैट सर टिपिकली मेरे को बताइए कि ये जो R&D सेंटर आप बोल रहे थे दिस न्यू R&D सेंटर व्हिच यू आर टेलिंग सर बाय व्हेन कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट दिस सेंटर टू बी ऑपरेशनल
Okay. Starting from as example, I'm getting funds by April first week. We will be ready to start developing product in 10-11 months. We
ओके
already
10 11
noted
मंथ्स
down the timeline for each stage, and
ओके
it will be in RHP. But in 10-11 months, we will be ready to start our operations.
एंड दिस विल बी कमिंग एट द एग्जिस्टिंग फैसिलिटी और सम न्यू फैसिलिटी दिस R&D सेंटर
At Vapi, we already procured the land in GIDC area of Vapi. Sarigam is the village name where we
ओके
procured the land, and we will do the setup, construction, machinery setup there only.
पाज जी दूसरी एक बात है कि देखिए एवरी बिजनेस हैज गॉट रिलेटेड पार्टी ट्रांजैक्शंस वी आल्सो हैव सम रिलेटेड पार्टी कंसर्न्स आई वाज सीइंग सम नेम्स लाइक टाइम्स मेडिकैम फिर उसके बाद स्पेमेट टेक्नोलॉजी उम्जा स्पेशलिटी मेडी इम्पैक्ट फार्मा एलएलपी सर ये कंपनीज किस लिए बनाई थी और अभी पोस्ट आईपीओ जो हमारी कंपनी करेगी आफ्टर पोस्ट आईपीओ ऑफ आवर एग्जिस्टिंग कंपनी सर व्हाट इज गोइंग टू बी द स्ट्रेटेजी फॉर दीज कंपनीज will these companies remain silent or whether they will do something totally different and they will not have any conflict of interest with the main company
Okay, so basically we already signed the agreements with all the entities we are owning in pharmaceutical business, the agreements. Okay, then that shows that none of the companies will take over or do any kind of business the specialty medicine is doing.
Okay.
Okay, I'll not
Okay.
do the business Times Medicament is doing. At the same time, Times Medicament will not do the business specialty medicines
Okay.
is. Okay. Secondly, the Made Impact Pharma LLP is purely a local distribution firm. Spamet Techno Private Limited is also a local distribution company. They are not doing exports and they will never do the export. After IPO fund, we are not going to divert our funds into these companies. They will
Okay.
grow themselves,
Okay.
whatever the ratio will be there. And
Okay.
I do have very clear goal plan for Specialty Medicine Limited.
Okay. Understood. Sir, now let's come to the most important, variable of our business, working capital. So normally, मोटा मोटी average working capital cycle हमारे लिए कितना बड़ा है?
मोर और लेस अब कोई भी इंडस्ट्री को पकड़ लो, मोर और लेस वी डू हैव वर्किंग कैपिटल साइकिल ऑफ 40-45 days.
Okay.
Where we are doing contract manufacturing, our cycle increases to 60 days, 65, 90 days also in some cases. At the same time, when I'm procuring medicine from the local market and exporting, the cycle shrinking to 15 days also. So averaging out everything, we do have working capital cycle of 40-45 days.
Okay. Fine. So basically, inventory is very tightly managed. यानी inventory management बहुत tight है, तो आपका
Yes,
cash
yes,
flow, positively, इतना दिन में आ जाता है. Sir, finally मेरे को बताइए sir, अभी question which most investors would like to know. You have been one of the promoters of the company, sir. On a day-to-day basis, what is the main functional area which you cater? Like, do you get new customers या existing customers के relationship maintain करते हैं या new product development? आप देखते हो. What is the main functional role you do in the company? Because I understand you must be having a full-fledged team in your company. But what is it that you do in the company?
basically I'm managing sales, where I'm looking after the sales, addition of clients, addition of countries and products, choosing of the right products for right markets, and guiding my marketing teams also to choose the right product to be entered in some markets, doing market research,
Okay.
analytics, and guiding the sales team to have the higher revenue side. Oh, that is my basic
Okay.
task I'm performing every day.
Okay. Just last question, Parji. Now we have seen COVID. Sir, in our business, what is the most important risk? In fact, in a very small way, I want to understand from you that when you come to office every day, what is the first thing which you want that it should be completely under control? सर पहला तो रिस्क बताइए और दूसरा कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जो आप धंधे को समझते हो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस एंड विच हेल्प्स अस कंटिन्यू द ऑपरेशंस स्मूथली सर इफ यू कुड प्लीज टेल अस
Okay, so the risk is like the war currently going ahead with Iran and US. It was first with Russia and Ukraine. The area where we are serving entered into the war-like situations or very uncertain situations, then definitely business ruption will be there. Okay, our business will be hampered. But as far as the countries we are not serving, we are not having any problem. So the first thing always will be in my mind that how can I serve with the better pricing, better products, much more products and better services to the client. So my clientele will be with me, and business from them will increasing day by day. Okay. At the same time, always one question will be in my mind when I came to the office in the morning, that how I can increase my clientele, how I can increase my presence in some countries where I'm not doing. And likewise, the thinking slowly, steadily converted into the projects, and we are achieving.
Anyway, I think Parji बहुत अच्छा लगा. Thank you for your time. And sir, please accept my best wishes to you, your entire management team, and sir, best wishes for the public issue also. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nice talking to
Thank
you.
you.
Have a nice evening.